Welcome back to Our Community. Susie Thomas visiting with Brett Green and Dante Stewart, both from Arrow Passage Recovery. Third member of this team, Dr. Michael Ligotti, is very important. What role does the doctor play?
Well, awesome. I mean, we have, a medical staff here at Arrow Passage Recovery, and with Dr. Ligotti being a chief medical officer and have been in this industry for, over a decade, he advises our medical staff on the right protocols and procedures to operate medically and to meet the necessity of the patients.
Tell us about the staff. Where do they come from?
And they come from all over. We're very blessed to accumulate such a staff right now. I mean, we have people from Akron, Canton, East Liverpool, right here in our own community in Massillon and Canton. It's a collective group of people that all have the same goal and they all have the same drive, and I couldn't ask for a better staff.
How many people are we talking about? What size is your staff?
Currently, we have 27 employees,
Wow.
and we're, as we continue to grow. Like we mentioned earlier, we already had over 40 people come through our program. We are actively hiring chemical dependency counselors right now.
Now, is this something that when you're looking for a chemical dependency counselor, is this someone that could come in as a volunteer and be trained, or is there some kind of special degree that they actually need to have before they can talk to you about it?
Well, as far as people coming in specifically trained or internships, we are accepting of internships from local colleges and people in the CDCA programs at community colleges, local colleges. But we do want to make sure that we have experienced staff members that are able to help the people that are looking for help and coming to us for assistance.
I want to swing back around to something that one of you mentioned, that there's really a three-pronged approach to this. You really are going to heal the body, the mind, and the soul. Let's talk about the spiritual element of this, because do you find that deep down problems they're spiritual in nature? Are you finding that?
Yes, I definitely believe that. I have seen very few cases that had a success story that didn't have some element of spirituality behind it. I'm a God-fearing man myself. We offer different, pastors in the area that come in and speak to our community. Our doors are always open to the local, churches to come speak to our community. I believe it's a very, very, very important part of the whole aspect of recovery.
We're really interested in hearing some of these success stories. Can you tell us, with 40 people who've already come through, now are they all finished with the program, or does that include people who are currently with you right now?
Currently with us and have came through our program, I mean, we scholarship 25% of our beds, meaning as long as you want help, as long as you understand what it's going to take, we will take you in free of charge. And that's the most important part of the program that I like to hang my hat on, is the scholarships. Everybody doesn't have insurance. Everybody doesn't have the financial means to get the help that they need. That doesn't mean I'm going to turn a blind eye and reject them or, if I can't get them in our place because our scholarship beds are full, our staff will work tirelessly to help them place in a place that we feel that is, that does good work also, and we'll walk them through the whole steps of the process.
Mm-hmm. Well, then let's talk about funding. How are you funded, and how can we help you?
We are privately funded, from amongst the partners. You can help us just by helping us spread the word.
Okay.
That's it.
Are you holding any fundraisers? Will there be something coming up in the future, or this is just going to be letting people know about it and get on their radar in their giving?
I think the word of mouth of just letting people know. I mean, there's enough people that need help. There's enough people that know somebody directly or indirectly that needs help. The way to help us is just help spreading the word and let them know that there is a program in our community that is doing good work, or at least trying our best to do so.
Oh, yeah, and you certainly have the credentials are amazing. All right, so this is Arrow Passage Recovery. We happen to be speaking with Brett Green and Dante Stewart. Dr. Michael Ligotti was not able to join us, but he also is part of this team, an amazing team, and to be able to offer these kinds of services for anyone struggling with any kind of substance abuse. Remind us again where you're located.
721 Lincoln Way E in Massillon, Ohio. It's 721 Lincoln Way E in Massillon, Ohio.
Now, let's talk about some of these people. You've gotten to see the encouragement of seeing people come through the program successfully. Tell me about some of them.
There's a number of different stories. One thing that, gets me up in the morning and gets me ready to go is, seeing someone who comes into our facility straight from detox and, just talking to them. And in the next few days, just the differences of being sober, the way they're thinking, their just behaviors, the way their body's functioning now and starting to work properly the way it was intended to, and keep in contact with those people that have stepped down from our program or are currently in IOP or OP programs back where they live, because we do take people from all over the country. We've had them from all over the country.
Really?
Yes. So contacting those people, talking to them, what are you doing now? How are you doing now? And actually just hearing the joy in their voice, because when you can hear that joy, you know that, hey, they're still sober. They're doing what they want to do and leading positive lives right now.
This is amazing, because so often you have someone, there might be some fits and starts. They would get going, and then there might be a little bit of a setback. To be part of an aggressive program where 30 days you are trying to get them from detox into a job interview within a month, that's a big month. That's a busy, aggressive treatment month. Their response, their reaction to that, what are you seeing?
Well, unless they're asleep, we are actively working towards doing something in recovery, some kind of activity. So
like
as
what?
far as discharge planning, it started from the time they come to detox and completed in the first 5 days. Mm-hmm. Of course, that is evolving as they work through their individualized treatment plan. But we want to already have those things set up so that we know in 30 plus days, this is where we're headed. So while we're going through our groups, through our individuals, through our day, even back at the house, we are working towards those goals.
I'm interested in knowing what the activities actually are, because you have some residential people while they're in that part of the program. What does a day look like morning to evening?
We offer yoga. We offer biofeedback, which is it's really hard to explain, but it helps repair the brain damage, and it calms them, and it helps them, start producing the endorphins that, the positive endorphins without addiction, right? Mm-hmm. Using drugs. We offer, we're going to be offering a ropes course on campus. I would love to offer, there's so many programs I want to offer right now. I mean, I have a list. It's, from personal training, we're going to offer nutrition in the near future, massage therapy in the very near future, acupuncture in the very near future. I am in contact with a few different chiropractors that may want to come do contract work for us in the next month or so. So we really try to keep it interesting. And then, there's some of the things that our patients do. They go to the movies. We have them go bowling. I believe there is a recovery concert coming into town really soon, so I might have them go attend that. I mean, they go to Dr. Bob's house up in Akron, who is the founder of AA. We try our best to help them, and once the weather breaks, we see Cedar Point in our near future, and we see things like that. Indians games, Cavs games, Browns games. All this stuff is definitely going to be happening very, very soon with Arrow Passage.
You must see tremendous friendships build, not just between the staff and clients, but also among all your clients themselves. Are you seeing that, and do they tend to keep in touch afterwards?
Absolutely. Even just today, this morning, I'm not going to get into it, but talking to, a person that's with us just about how they've built a certain relationship and how they've actually helped each other. So it ends up being its own community, really.
Mm-hmm. Something we haven't addressed is it's expensive to be addicted to something. And so suddenly I'm sure that when these people kind of go through the program, suddenly they need help learning what to do with their finances because they have some. Do you touch on that at all?
I mean, that's part of the rebuilding of the character, right? I mean, some people may have the funds. Some people will do whatever it takes to gain the funds. And we don't condone any of that. So what we try to do is we try to make sure that, A, if they have a job, or B, if they find themselves doing activities that is not conducive with everyday life, we would address those issues.
Okay, let's get into the getting people a job. Do you talk about resumes, how to interview, dressing for an interview, how to get to be that top person picked for something? Tell us about that.
Part of our case management program that we are building up and increasing as we go is resume building. It's money management, housing concerns, how to handle a budget. So those are just a few of the things that we're looking at working with. And even to get into, there are some people who just don't have any education or haven't completed high school. And we're looking at providing GED training so that they can at least have that when they leave from us. We always want someone, as they come to us, to be better when they leave us.
Are there going to be in the future, or do you foresee maybe people coming in at different steps along the way? Because what you're describing would be a lot of help to a lot of people who aren't addicted to drugs or alcohol. That, I would love to be able to recommend someone to come in for the housing help or the job training and so forth. Or is this going to be specifically to help people who have an addiction problem get on that path to full recovery? Or would there be able to be other people that not necessarily addicted that would be able to get on a path to a healthier lifestyle and a better life?
I've always been a giving person, and is well documented, and I don't see us turning anybody away from pointing them in the right direction, no matter where they're coming from or what they have going on in their life. So I think it's just part of being a decent human being is helping others, and that's the whole reason why we even got into this industry.
You kind of hinted on this, but what would be your goals, your dream for the next 5-10 years down the road?
My goals and dreams would be hopefully to be the number one addiction treatment center in the country. And we're going to aggressively, continuously work on that.
You got to love somebody that just shoots that high. That's awesome. Brett, how about you?
Absolutely. The number one in the country, meaning when someone is in Montana, when they're in Wyoming and they're, looking online or they're talking to people about, where can I go for addiction treatment? The first thing out of their mouth is Arrow Passage Recovery.
Is Arrow Passage Recovery located in Massillon a model for future recovery locations around the country?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
All right.
We're looking at Boston. We're looking at Alaska. We're looking at Tennessee. Our niche is to start here at home first, and then also go into other locations around the country that don't have the resources, but has a disservice to finding a place that they can go to because of the lack of resources. So that's our goal.
Phone number and website where people can find you?
Brett?
Yes. Our admissions number is 844-347-0543. And our main number is 844-802-7769. Again, our admissions number is 844-347-0543. Our main number is 844-802-7769.
Awesome. Do you have a website?
Yes. Our website is www.arrowpassage.com. Again, that's www.arrowpassage.com.
Awesome. Arrow Passage Recovery. Brett Green, Dante Stewart, thank you so much for what you're bringing to our community.
Thank you for having us.